From Pittsbitters Park in Traverse City, Michigan, the Rockford Rivets close out their 4-game road trip and play the second of 2 against the Traverse City Pittsbitters today. Rivets losers yesterday, 5-4. A late inning run by the Pittsbitters in the 8th inning propels Traverse City to a 5-4 win over Rockford in Game 1 of the series. Rockford's lineup in Game 2, a bit different than Game 1. Caleb Durbin leads off and plays shortstop. Johnny Butler at center field bats second. Matt Higgins in right field bats third. Tom Joseph over at third base is in the cleanup spot. Aaron Mann at first base bats fifth. Josh Dudden at second base in the 6th spot. Michael Zavoli DHing batting 7th, and Mason Minzy catching his 8th. Ben Rosengard is in left field to round out the order, batting 9th. And the man they're going up against is Kyle Jones, the all-star pitcher for the Traverse City Pittsbitters, a record of 5-2 and an ERA of 2.48, making his 9th start of the season for the Spitters. He's got a good history against Rockford, too. Here's the first pitch to Caleb Durbin, righty on righty, and it's inside for ball 1. First pitch coming at 6:03, a couple of minutes early, or rather late compared to the start time of 6 o'clock. 86 degrees the temperature today in northern Michigan. 1-0 from Jones, the pitch. Fastball's low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. So Kyle Jones from Toledo, the freshman from St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Righty hurler at 6'2", has appeared 3 times previously against Rockford. 2-0 pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Durbin, 2-1. So Jones, the last time he played the Rivets, back on June 16th at this ballpark. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Fastball ticks the outer inner half for a strike, 2-2. Pitched a complete game shutout, a 2-hitter in 9 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks against Rockford, a 2-0 result for his team. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Curveball eyeing inside, 3-2. And a full count on the righty Caleb Durbin. Durbin, the Rockford shortstop, batting .263 with 2 RBIs through 5 games. He's 5 for 19. Had 2 hits and 2 RBI yesterday. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Jones. Fastball's well low for ball 4. One hops the catcher, Ryan Hampy. And a walk on 3-2 for Caleb Durbin starts off the ball game for Rockford. It's a Rivet team that walked 6 times yesterday against a Traverse City team that walked just 3.5 per 9 innings. So Kyle Jones has appeared 3 times against Rockford. His first appearance against the Rivets, he went 3 1/3 innings and allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. Took a loss to Rockford back in Rockford. Here's the first pitch to Johnny Butler, and he sends it foul to the left side, out of play, right near the Spitter bullpen. 0-1. Also had a relief appearance against Rockford a week later on June 6th. That first start coming on May 31st. Took a loss in that one. No balls and a strike to Butler, lefty batter. From the stretch, Jones fires the pitch. Fastball's line to the left field side. Bajorek comes over near the line and makes the catch, not far to his right. There's the first out of the inning. Johnny Butler is retired. Left fielder Hudson Bajorek. And Durbin holds at first base with 1 out in the first inning, no score. Kyle Jones' last start was a 5-inning start, allowed 3 runs on 9 hits against Kokomo 6 days ago on July 22nd against Kokomo. His team won the game 4-3. Jones with a no decision in that game. Now the batter is Jake Vanderwall, First pitch. Fastball's lined to right center field, down for a base hit. Durbin stops at second base, so Jake Vanderwall in the lineup, a replacement for Matt Higgins, a lineup change that was not told to me. Looking at the lineup card that was given, Matt Higgins was listed as the 3-hitter, but it's been changed to Jake Vanderwall in the 3 spot, and he lines a base hit to right field. So what do you know? Jake Vanderwall replaces Higgins in the right field spot and produces the first pitch he sees. He drives it for a base hit to right center, and runners go to first and second with 1 out for Tom Jostin, lefty batter. Jones a long look back at second base, and he steps off the mound, the righty thrower. So Vanderwall out of the game. Higgins on the bench. Vanderwall listed as a reserve in the initial lineup card. Anyway, here's Tom Jostin, first pitch. Fastball's hit a long way to right field and deep. Back goes Slayton near the wall. He can only watch. That ball is long gone for Tom Jostin. A 3-run home run. That cleared the grass in right center field beyond the wall. It ends up near the fence at the edge of the ballpark grounds. Tom Jostin, a towering 3-run home run to right center field, gives Rockford a 3-0 lead in the opening frame. That ball was a no-doubter. All Slayton could do was turn back and watch. I'm not sure how far that ball traveled. Easily 380, 390. It cleared the grass hill beyond the right center field wall and nearly cleared the white fence about maybe 40, 50 feet beyond it at the edge of the stadium grounds. A 3-run home run for Jostin brings up Aaron Mann. First pitch. Fastball's low for ball 1. So Tom Jostin with his 3rd home run of the season, his 2nd home run on this road trip. Homered against Kokomo back in the first game of this road stand. Here's the first pitch to, 1-0 to Mann. Fastball's inside, 2 balls and no strikes. What a shot for Jostin. 25 RBIs for him now. He extends his on-base streak to 15 games. He now has 7 RBIs on this road trip. Here's the 2-0 to Mann, the pitch. Fastball is low and inside, but a strike call just nicked the corner. 2-1. What a shot that was from Jostin. That's the longest home run that Rockford's hit this season at an opposing park. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Mann. Fastball is grounded to shortstop off the end of the bat. Charging in Bertram throws on to first, and there's a 6-3 putout. Plenty of time, and Mann's retired for out number 2. But Rockford a 3-0 lead in the opening inning. It's a Rockford team that did not score against Kyle Jones. In fact, mustered just 2 hits against him the last time they saw him more than a month ago. They've gotten 2 hits and 3 runs in this opening frame. Durbin a walk, Vanderwall a single, and now Jostin a 3-run bomb. Here's Josh Dutton, left-handed batter. First pitch with 2 out from Kyle Jones is high for ball 1, a fastball. Josh Dutton batting .241 this season, 16 RBIs and a homer himself. Here's the 1-0 from Jones, the pitch. Fastball's taken high and inside, ball 2. Fastball at 83 from the righty Kyle Jones. Dutton with a hit yesterday. 2-0 pitch. Low for ball 3, a fastball. Dutton had a double and scored 2 runs in yesterday's game. He's 2 for 9 on this road trip. He's hit in 2 straight games after going hitless in his previous 8, was 0 for 25. Since then, he's gotten 2 hits in his last 2 games. 3-0 pitch. Fastball's on the outer half for a strike, 3-1. DH Michael Zavoli is on deck, a switch hitter. 3-1 pitch to Dutton. Swinging a ground ball between first and second, moving over Camilletti at second base. From the grass, throws him out. And that retires Dutton for out number 3. But a 3-run home run to right center by Tom Jostin, his 3rd of the year. Rockford with 3 runs on 2 hits and nobody left. After half an inning of play, Rivets 3, Spitters no score. Bottom of the first, Rockford a 3-0 lead all over Traverse City early. A 3-run moonshot by Tom Jostin gives the Rivets a 3-0 lead. The starting pitcher for Rockford is Ryan Riddle. We'll have the Traverse City lineup in just a moment. Riddle, the junior from Central College, the D3 school in Iowa. Native of Omaha, Nebraska, ERA of 6.61 in 10 relief appearances. 0-1 is his record. Making his first start of the season, the righty thrower at 6 feet flat, 185, facing the righty Hudson Bioric. First pitch from Riddle on the way. Fastball's inside and high, 1 ball, no strikes. 86 miles an hour from Riddle. Bioric in left field bats first. Mario Camilletti at second base bats second. Michael Slayton in right bats third. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bioric, and it's low and away, 2-0. Andrew Morrow cleans up and plays first base. Jake Wilson, the DH, is in the 5 spot. Ryan Hampy behind the plate is 6th, with Nick Powell in center field batting 7th. Christian Foss at third base, then Riley Bertram at short. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Bioric takes outside, 3 balls and no strikes from Ryan Riddle to start his day. Hudson Bioric, the Auburn, Washington native out of Wofford College in South Carolina, batting .227. Had 3 RBIs yesterday, a 3 RBI double. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Bioric, and it's high, ball 4, fastball. And Riddle throws 4 straight balls to begin his outing. Riddle has had his fair share of struggles for the Rivets this season. Just his last appearance back against Kenosha on Wednesday allowed 3 runs in 1 inning and took the loss in that game, when Kenosha scored 3 runs late to beat the Rivets 5-2. He's given up 11 runs this season in 16 1/3 innings. Opposing average of .266. Not a big walk guy, though, just 14 strikeouts against 8 walks, but a 4-pitch walk here, although control is an issue for Riddle. Facing the lefty Mario Camilletti, the righty Riddle is set and deals. Fastball is in there for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1 to 84 on that first pitch fastball. Camilletti at second base today. The almost everyday second baseman is Mario Camilletti, wearing number 1 in white, batting .285 this season with 25 RBIs. No balls and a strike. Riddle lets it go. Fastball grounded between first and second for a base hit. Screams into right field. Bioric cuts it off at second base as Vanderwall plays it in from right field. And a base hit for Mario Camilletti gives the Spitters 2 on and nobody out. So both teams with 2 on base in the first inning. Rockford a 3-run homer by Tom Jostin. Now the Spitters looking to capitalize with Michael Slayton, who has 3 home runs this season, second on the Spitters team. Slayton, the junior from Benedictine College. The utility guy was DHing yesterday, in right field today. Batting .293 for the Spitters, and he has 21 RBIs to boot. One of 3 All-Stars for the Pitt Spitters team. Righty on righty, first and second, and nobody out. First baseman Aaron Mann plays on the grass. Everyone else straight up. Here's the first pitch to Slayton. Fastball's down the middle for strike 1. Slayton, the native of Texas. He's hit in his last 4 games, 6 for his last 17 in that span. Batting .353, 60 points higher than his batting average for the season. A ball and no strikes. Rockford leads 3-0 bottom first. Riddle's pitch. Curveball's inside and high. 2 balls and no strikes. Slayton was 0 for 2 in the All-Star game. The only Spitters hitter in the All-Star contest in Waterloo, Iowa. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball's line to left center field, down for a base hit. Bioric around third base, cut off by the left fielder Rosengard. He's in to score is Bioric. Camilletti goes to third and Slayton to second with an RBI double and still nobody out. 3 man reach off Ryan Riddle at Traverse City just like that. Cuts the deficit to 3-1. A walk, a single, and now a double for Slayton. RBI number 22 and his 16th double of the season. He now has 26 extra base hits. And Ryan Riddle, just like that, has allowed a run here in the first inning and put the tying run on second base for the first baseman Andrew Morrow, who is one of Traverse City's best power hitters. Batting .246 this season with 5 home runs, 47 RBIs. First pitch to the righty. Fastball's low and inside, ball 1. Morrow, the Michigan State product, out of Omaha, Nebraska, same hometown as the pitcher Ryan Riddle. 1 for 4 with a run scored yesterday. 1-0 from Riddle. Fastball's foul to the screen, 1 ball, 1 strike. Slayton at second, Camilletti at first with nobody out. Rockford leads 3-1, bottom of the first inning. And Traverse City threatening right away against the struggling righty Ryan Riddle. ERA of 6.61 this season. Comes set for the 1-1. And the pitch to Morrow. Slider is just off the outer half of the plate, 2-1. Morrow over his last 6 games, though, is batting .174. 72 points below his batting average. He's also struck out 63 times this season in 55 games. Here's the 2-1 from Riddle. Pitch. Slider lined right at the second baseman. Dudden makes the catch, and nobody else can be put out as the third baseman Camilletti got back to his bag, as did the man on second, Slayton. So a line out to Dudden for the first out of the inning for Andrew Morrow, and now that brings up Jake Wilson. A .261 batter, the DH batting lefty against the righty Riddle. Wilson, who has a home run against Rockford this season. 2 home runs, 34 RBIs on the year. 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. And over his last 3 games is 1 for 12. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is in the dirt, low and inside. Ball 1 on the Canadian Jake Wilson. Second most at-bats on the team. This is at-bat number 200 for Jake Wilson. 52 for 199, a .261 average. Junior from Bowling Green out of New Lowell, Ontario. A ball, no strikes. Infield plays in for Rockford. Pitch from Riddle. Slider, swing and a miss, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jake Wilson. Second and third, 1 away. Spitters trail 3-1, bottom of the first. Rockford with a 3-run home run in the first off Tom Jostin. Slayton an RBI double in the first inning here for Traverse City. A ball and 1 strike to Wilson. And the pitch from Riddle. Fastball grounded to shortstop, taken by the shortstop, and they got a pickoff here at home plate. Minzy goes back to third. Camilletti's in a rundown. Jostin throws over to, looks like Durbin, and Durbin is the one who tags him out, the Rockford shortstop, playing at home plate. So a pickle here as the runner on third base, Camilletti, was halfway down the line on a ball hit to the shortstop, Durbin. So he is put out. Runners 2 go to second and third on the plate. Slayton to third and Wilson to second base on a fielder's choice. So there's 2 away in the inning now. And the batter is Ryan Hampy, the catcher. And the Rockford infield can play at normal distance here. So Rockford turns a liner to second base and done. And a heads-up play at short by Caleb Durbin to throw home to Minzy, with Camilletti going down the line on a ball hit to the shallow infield. 2 out now for Ryan Hampy, the catcher, righty batter. First pitch. Fastball, outer half strike. Home plate umpire today is, have to see it. Home plate umpire is Ken Garner. Forgot to write him down. No balls and a strike on Ryan Hampy. Freshman from UIC. Pitch. Fastball's low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hampy is transferring to John A. Logan College this next season in Southern Illinois. Then in 2021, he'll go to the University of Illinois. So he's committed to JUCO and to D1. 1-1 on Hampy, the pitch. Curveball is inside, 2-1. Hampy had a great year with UIC. Batted .351 with 5 home runs and 48 RBIs. All-Horizon League first-team player and a collegiate baseball freshman All-American. Batting .294 with Traverse City and 11 RBIs in 20 games. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Curveball's inside, 3-1. Hampy had the game-winning RBI in yesterday's game, a base hit back in the 8th inning for Traverse City. Also drew 2 walks in the contest. He's ahead on Riddle, 3-1. Second and third and 2 out. Rockford leads 3-1, bottom of the first. Riddle deals the 3-1. Fastball's lined foul right side, and he'll reach out of play. A decent crowd here on hand on a Sunday night in Traverse City. Some Sunday night baseball, 6 o'clock start time. Yesterday's game drew more than 2,400 fans, 2,411. for Star Wars night. This crowd appears to be right on track for another 2,000 plus attendance game. 3-2 on Happy, the pitch from Riddle. Slider is fly to the right center field side. Butler and Vanderwall both converge. Vanderwall makes the catch in right field to retire Happy and the side. So Rockford allows the first 3 men to reach base, an RBI double by Michael Slayton. But the next 3 record outs. It is 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 2. After 1 inning, Rockford 3, Traverse City 1. After 1 inning of play in Traverse City, Michigan, Pitt Spitters Park, Rivets lead the Spitters 3-1. A 3-run home run to right center by Tom Josen, probably the longest home run by any Rockford player in any game home or road this season. That ball nearly cleared the entire ballpark, including the grass beyond the outfield wall. Michael Zavoli leads off against Kyle Jones, pitcher to batting left. First pitch from Jones. Fastball's outside, ball 1. So Rockford with a 3-1 lead. Spitters got a run back in the first inning, the bottom half. A Michael Slayton RBI double. 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball at the knees for a strike to Zavoli. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zavoli batting .235. He's 4 for his first 18. The freshman from Concordia, Chicago. 1-1. Fastball is grounded to first base. It rolls tomorrow. Underhand flip to Jones on the bag for a 3-1 putout. There's 1 away in the second inning for Rockford. Defensively for Traverse City, Christian Foss plays third, Riley Bertram at short. Mario Camilletti is at second base with Andrew Morrow manning the first base bag. In the outfield, Hudson Biorik, Nick Powell, and Michael Slayton left to right. Jake Wilson DHing, and Ryan Happy catching for Kyle Jones. So Rockford gets a towering home run off the all-star pitcher Jones, and they have a 3-1 lead. Mason Minzy now with 1 away in the second. Switch hitter batting left as well. First pitch. Fastball's down the middle for a strike to Minzy, who's batting 190. Lowest average on the Rockford lineup today. Minzy with 7 RBIs in 27 games. 0 for 2 yesterday with a walk. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him from Jones. Curveball drops high, ball 1. Well, Minzy was subbed in for Michael Zavoli mid-second inning, after Zavoli allowed a couple of balls to get past him. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Minzy. Fastball shanked foul left side, 1-2. Well, Zavoli allowed a couple of balls to get past him off his chest protector and roll the way up either baseline to the first baseline both times, and allowed a Traverse City run in the inning to score from first base essentially with back-to-back balls on 1 at-bat getting past him. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Minzy. Swinging a foul ball, tapped just back to the backstop. And the switch-hitting catcher from Texas Tech stays alive. So after that happened, Josh Kime pulled him out. That's not the first time that Kime has pulled a catcher mid-inning. Mid-inning. Nick Jouer was pulled in a game against Battle Creek mid-inning earlier this season. A ball and 2 strikes to Minzy. Now the pitch from Jones. Swinging a ground ball 5-6 hole. Past the diving glove of Foss, picked up by Bertram, and Bertram has to go right by him. A base hit for Mason Minzy, I would think. It is a base hit officially on the board. A diving play by Christian Foss. It went off the tip of his glove, and it got by him. Bertram tried to pick it up, and it went through his glove as well and scooted into left center field. So a base hit for Mason Minzy off the third baseman's glove as he sends one to the opposite way. And a man on first for Ben Rosengard with 1 out in the second inning. Rockford leads 3-1. Rosengard, the left fielder, the freshman from UChicago, wearing number 12. Here's the first pitch. Fastball to the lefty batter is high and outside, 1-0. Rockford wearing the road grays with gold numerals, gold lettering. Rockford across the front. Traverse City in their home whites with white pants as well. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Rosengard, a high fastball. It's 1-1. Traverse City with red hats, red numerals and lettering. Pit spitters across the front. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones set at the belt. 1-1 on Rosengard to the pitch. Swing and a miss, low and inside breaking ball, 1-2 at 75 miles an hour. That one had some big sinking action, and Rosengard was fooled. Ben Rosengard is 5 for 22 with 2 RBIs in 6 games, batting .227. Had an RBI hit yesterday, was 1 for 5. 2 for 13 on this road trip is Rosengard. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball to second base, picked up by Camilletti to second base for 1. The turn to first from Bertram is not in time. Rosengard beats it out. So a fielder's choice goes 4-6. Minzy erased at second base, and Rosengard reaches first, and there's 2 away in the second. This game might be the last one to finish here in the Northwoods League schedule. A lot of games finishing up in the morning, with the Great Lakes division getting a day off tomorrow. So both Rockford and Traverse City are off tomorrow before getting back in action on Tuesday. Kenosha beat Kokomo 13-9 earlier today. Kalamazoo beat Battle Creek 8-3. First pitch to Caleb Durbin is an inside corner fastball for strike 1. Rosengard at first and 2 out. Durbin walked on a 3-2 pitch back in the first inning to open up the ball game here in Traverse City just after 6 o'clock. Here's the 0-1 at Durbin now. Pitch. Change up for a strike. It's 0-2. So Kalamazoo now leads Rockford by 4.5 games in the Great Lakes East for the second spot in the playoffs. They've won 3 straight. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Durbin. Up high with a fastball. 1-2 from Kyle Jones. Jones has allowed 3 runs on 3 hits to score. He's got Rosengard on first base here with 2 out. Top second, Rockford leads 3-1. 1-2 on Durbin with 2 out the pitch. Swinging about, it's chopped to the third base side and out of play. It's foul. Right near the Pit Spitters script lettering on either baseline. It's Pit Spitters in large red lettering with white outline, and the Pit Spitters logo behind home plate on this all-turf field painted in. 2 cherry spitting baseballs. Great logo for a first-year team. 1-2 pitch to Durbin. Runner takes off, swinging a ball that's looped to right field. Coming on Slayton, and Morrow calls him off, and Morrow makes the catch on the outfield grass behind first base in the 3-4 hole. So Durbin flies out to the first baseman to end the second inning. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left for Rockford after 1.5. Rivets lead the Spitters 3-1. Bottom two, 3-1 Rockford. The Rivets lead Traverse City on this beautiful Sunday night in northern Michigan. 86 degrees at game time. Partly cloudy skies, hazy clouds overhead. Beautiful day for baseball, and perhaps the most beautiful park in all the Northwoods League, Pittsburgh's Park in Traverse City, Michigan. Nick Powell leads off, the lefty batter against the righty Ryan Riddle. Allowed 1 run on 2 hits to score in the first inning, but retired the last 3 in succession. Powell batting .219 from Ball State. First pitch from Riddle. Fastball wave and a miss for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Powell wearing number 4 in white, the sophomore from Commerce Township, Michigan. 3 RBIs in 28 games. 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts yesterday and a run scored. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Riddle. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Off speed from Ryan Riddle at 76 miles an hour. About 9 or 10 miles an hour less than his fastball, which runs mid-80s. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Riddle's pitch. Swinging a ball hit to the first base side, a base hit to right field. It rolls to Jake Vanderwall, and a base hit for Nick Powell to start off the second inning. And for the second straight frame, Traverse City gets their leadoff man on. That'll bring up Christian Faust. Faust, the third baseman, did not play in yesterday's game, number 22. Batting .257 with 16 RBIs. He's hit in his last 2 games. Has an RBI in 3 in a row. Sophomore from Grand Valley State. Righty batter against the righty Riddle. Here's the first pitch. Fastball's thrown high for ball 1 to Christian Faust. Faust from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, not far from Detroit. Was 2 for 4 in the series against Rockford back at Rivet Stadium. Played just 1 game and had 2 hits. Riddle's 1-0 is on the way. Runner takes off. Outside with a breaking ball. Throw down is 1 hops the second baseman Dutton. And Powell's in at second base safely with a stolen bag. So Nick Powell has base steal number 12 this season. Traverse City, a team that steals bases unlike any other really this season. They have more than 100 steals at a nearly 80% clip. Top 5 in the Northwoods League. They've got their first steal today. Two balls, no strikes on Faust. Here's Riddle's pitch. Fastball's low and away. Ball 3 on Christian Faust. So Riddle's had some control issues. Up to 28 pitches so far through 1 inning plus. More balls and strikes. Already Rockford has a man warming up in their bullpen. Looks like Tom Shasharek, number 33. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Faust. Fastball is outside, ball 4. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Faust. And there's 2 on and nobody out for Riley Bertram, who's been on fire recently. The freshman shortstop from Michigan, who's been on base in 19 of 20 games he's played this season. And has hit 4 in a row. Now Josh Kime comes out to the mound here. Not Adam Carey, it's Kime coming out. And the entire infield comes out to meet with Riddle, and Kime's gonna make the call to the bullpen right here. So Kime makes the call for Tom Shasharek, the righty reliever. Takes the ball from Riddle after 1 inning plus, allowing 1 run on 3 hits and 2 on base, his responsibility. So perhaps the start for Riddle was just, not to have him go a long way, just to make a bullpen appearance here. Essentially looking to make the bullpen pitchers go 9 innings. So Tom Shasharek comes in wearing number 33 in gray, the redshirt junior from UCF, who's appeared just 1 time previously this season for Rockford. A 3-1 game in Traverse City. Rivets lead after this. Bottom two, there's nobody out, and runners on first and second for Traverse City. Rockford leads 3-1. New pitcher is Tom Shasharek, the redshirt junior going to UCF, who has appeared just one time for Rockford this season. Back on July 23rd and on Tuesday against Kalamazoo. Pitched 1 2/3 scoreless, allowed 1 hit. Struck out 2 and walked 3. Righty thrower against the switch hitter Riley Bertram batting left. Shasharek comes set. Corner infield plays in. First pitch to Bertram. Squares the bunt, but the ball is in there for a strike. He lays off, though, strike 1, and both runners steal bases. So Powell and Foss both steal on the first pitch of the game for Tom Shasharek, and the first pitch to Riley Bertram. Bertram batting 169 on a 4-game hitting streak for Traverse City. A freshman from Michigan, native of Zionsville, Indiana. 3 RBIs for Bertram. Had a hit yesterday. Been on base in 19 of his first 20 games. Here's the 0-1 from Shasharek to Bertram, the pitch. Fastball's thrown low, ball 1 gets away, but just a little bit off to the right of Minzy. And Powell at third does not go. Powell at third, Faust at second. Spitters trail 3-1, but they've got 2 guys in scoring position and nobody out for Bertram. There's a great wraparound guy for Josh Rebant, the Traverse City manager. Infield plays in for all 4 guys for Rockford. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shasharek comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball's tipped away to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball at 89 from the hard-throwing righty Tom Shasharek. Shasharek at UCF made just 3 appearances, allowed 3 runs in 1 2/3 innings. Previously at Parkland College, where he pitched a 2.79 ERA in 15 relief appearances. He began his career at Illinois State and redshirted before going JUCO at Parkland. A ball and 2 strikes to Bertram. Shasharek throws. Fastball is in there. Strike 3 call inside corner. Ken Garner at home plate rings him up, and a big first out for Tom Shasharek against the hot-hitting Riley Bertram. I say hot for someone who's batting 169. When you've gotten on base in 19 of 20 games and you've hit in 4 straight, you can certainly produce. And Bertram's been much better as of late. Anyway, first strikeout for the Rockford staff, and the first one for Shasharek. First man he faces now Hudson Bajorek with 2 in scoring position and 1 out. Bajorek walked on 4 pitches to begin the game for Traverse City. First pitch from Shasharek. Curveball's low and away. Ball 1 blocked by the catcher Minzy. The Spitters looking to rebound from a 3-run first inning against them and tie up the ball game. Rockford has scored first against the Spitters numerous times this season, but the Spitters are very good at rebounding from allowing early runs. We've seen it before, and we will see it again, I'm sure, at some point. 1-0 to Bajorek now. First pitch from Shasharek is a fastball that bounces in front of the plate. Minzy blocks it with a glove, 2-0. Remember, Shasharek walked 3 batters in 1 2/3 his first appearance. So he has his fair share of control problems. 2 balls, no strikes on Bajorek. Left fielder from Wofford at 6'3". Righty on righty. 2-0 to the plate from Shasharek. Fastball's down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Rockford really needs this game to try to even Kalamazoo. After the Growlers swept Battle Creek, Rockford looking to salvage 1 here in Traverse City. Kalamazoo heads here for 2 games on Tuesday and Wednesday. 2-1 on Bajorek now. Shasharek sets. A long look and now lets it go. Fastball's up and in, 3-1. First base is open. Mario Camilletti is on deck. Would not be the worst thing in the world if Shasharek walks Bajorek, but Camilletti is one of the best players on this team, and he singled back in the first inning. Leads the team in base hits with 58. Bajorek batting .227. Walked his first time, now a 3-1 from Shasharek coming up. Here's the pitch. Fastball is low for ball 4. Make it 2 walks for Bajorek. And that brings up Mario Camilletti with the bases loaded and 1 out. Infield still plays in on the corners for Rockford. Middle infield has at double play depth. The 5'9" second baseman Mario Camilletti from Oakland University who was 1 for 1 with a single today, batting .289 this season with 25 RBIs. He singled back in the first and eventually got himself into a pickle and was tagged out, going from third base to home. Lefty batter against the righty Chesherek. Open stance for Camilletti. And Chesherek from the stretch brings his hands together and sets at the belt. First pitch. Fastball is taken for ball 1 outside. Well, Rockford's given Traverse City a good amount of chances here to come back and tie this one. Stranded 2 back in the first, had the tying run on base. They've got the tying and go-ahead runs on base here in the second with 1 out. 3-1 Rockford, bottom 2. Each team with 3 hits. A Sunday night at Pittsbitters Park. 1-0 Camilletti, Chesherek set. And the pitch. Fastball is high and outside, ball 2 just off the corner. Fastball at 88. Rockford's got Sultan Salibo in their bullpen now, getting loose, has not begun to throw yet. So Rockford's going to use all their bullpen arms here on this Sunday night. They've got a day off tomorrow so they can get some guys rested up. 2-0 on Camilletti. Slayton on deck. Pitch from Chesherek. Outside, ball 3. Chesherek in danger of walking in. Nick Powell on third base, who was the responsibility of Ryan Riddle. Powell at third, Fawcett second, Bajorek at first, and 1 out. 3-0 the count on Mario Camilletti. Chesherek holds the ball behind him. Glove at his chest, the righty. Now he comes set. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike on the outer half, 3-1. So Chesherek gets a strike back. Jolson at third, man at first are playing on the grass or just outside of it. Middle infield of Durbin and Dudden are playing at double play depth. Looking to induce a ground ball is Chesherek, or even better, a strikeout. 3-1 on Camilletti. Here's the pitch. Fastball is fouled away to the screen, and he works it back. 3-2 does Chesherek. The hard-throwing righty. Every fastball he's thrown is in the high 80s today. He joined the team earlier this week, made his first appearance on Tuesday against Kalamazoo and allowed no runs in 1 2/3. Number 33 in gray. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Camilletti. Michael Slayton on deck, bases loaded, 1 out. 3-1 Rockford, bottom 2. Here's the 3-2 on Camilletti. Fastball is low and inside for ball 4. Chesherek can't get a strikeout, and he walks home a run. Nick Powell comes home and make it 3-2 Rockford. So give Camilletti the RBI. Everyone moves up a base. And a walk on 3-2 brings up Michael Slayton, who had an RBI double back in the first. RBI number 26 for Camilletti. Michael Slayton's got 22 ribbies on the season in 44 games. Batting .298 with 16 doubles, 26 extra base hits, had a double back in the first off Riddle. Bases loaded and 1 out. Here's the first pitch. Fastball's taken high, ball 1. Chesherek, as did Riddle, having trouble finding the strike zone. Chesherek with 10 balls and 6 strikes. Ryan Riddle with 16 balls and 13 strikes. Been a control issue for all Rockford pitchers today. 1 ball, no strikes on Slayton. Here's the pitch. Fastball is popped up. High center field, though. It's pretty deep, though, for Butler. Near the warning track, he makes the catch. But tagging from third base, Faust, and Traverse City ties the game. Faust comes home to score on an RBI sac fly. Both runners do move up. So, but second and third with 2 out now for Andrew Morrow, and Michael Slayton's got 2 RBIs in the game for Traverse City. Well, the Spitters, as they do so much, it almost becomes infuriating for opposing teams. They come back from 3-0 down and now 3-3 in the second. Here's Morrow, who lined to Josh Dudden at second base back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Second and third, 2 out against Tom Chesherek, and now the line on Riddle has become official. Righty on righty. First pitch to Morrow. Fastball swing and a miss for strike 1. Swung over a fastball. Ryan Riddle with 1 inning plus, 3 runs, all earned on 3 hits. Struck out nobody and walked 2. So his ERA to go up from 6.61. 0-1 on Morrow. And the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss again. Swung over another fastball, 0-2. Back-to-back fastballs for Chesherick at 89 miles an hour. Jake Wilson would be next. It's 3-3 in the second. 3 runs charged to Ryan Riddle. Tom Chesherick looking to escape the inning. Comes set for the 0-2. And the pitch. Plated ball one that gets away to the backstop to Minzy, and a run comes home to score. A slide head first by Hudson Biorik, and the Spitters have a 4-3 lead. For the second straight game, a big second inning for Traverse City. 3 runs home in the frame. That one is charged to Chesherick on a wild pitch. Camilletti goes to third with 2 out and a 1-2 count on Andrew Morrow. Spitters now lead 4-3 after erasing a 3-0 deficit. Morrow steps in with a 1-2 count on him. Chesherick brings the hands together. Here's the pitch. Up and away, that again gets away off the glove of Minzy, but a run does not score as Camilletti did not try it. It bounced hard off the backstop and Minzy picked it up. I think Camilletti would have been out had there been a good throw by Minzy. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes nonetheless on Andrew Morrow. Jake Wilson does wait on deck with 2 out, the DH. Morrow's 0 for 1 today. 5 home runs, 47 RBIs this season. Also 63 strikeouts to lead the Traverse City team. 2-2 from Chesherick. Here's the pitch. Fastball is lined to left center field toward the gap. Back on it, Butler near the warning track. He looks up at the ball and makes the catch. Nice catch by Butler going back. Turned his head and looked up and made the catch just in front of the track in left center field. But the damage has been done for Traverse City. 3 runs on just 1 hit. They benefit from 3 walks, and they take a 4-3 lead after 2 at Pitt Spitters Park. Top of the third, Rockford scores 3 in the first, but the Spitters have scored 4 straight. They take a 4-3 lead over the Rockford Rivets. Johnny Butler leads off against Kyle Jones, who, despite allowing a 3-run home run in the first, is now in line for a win if he goes 5 innings. Johnny Butler fly to left field back in the first. He's 0 for 1 for Rockford, the center fielder, batting .296, top on the team. First pitch. Fastball squared to bunt down the third base line, and his first bounce was foul. Surprise bunt square from Butler, who bats lefty, trying to drag bunt his way on. Butler's got a fair amount of speed. He's stolen 6 bags this season. Also has 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 21 runs scored for Butler. A lot of games in the leadoff spot for Johnny Butler. 1 for 4 yesterday. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Jones. Fastball's high, 1-1. Butler has a home run in this 3-game road stretch. He's 4 for 12 in the, well, now 4 games. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball's tapped to the third base side and foul, 1-2. Butler, Vanderwall, and Jostin, 2, 3, and 4 in the Rockford lineup here in the third inning. They trail 4-3 at Pittsburgh Park. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Johnny Butler. High win, it's 2-2. Change up from Kyle Jones, and he nearly airmailed it. Jones up to 40 pitches through 2 innings plus. Here's the 2-2 on Butler. High and away with a fastball, 3-2. Jones quickly working, 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ball to the third base side, it's foul. Foss comes over, takes a look near the dirt, he makes the play. Retires him right near the sidewall. About a couple of steps inside the warning track of the sidewall. And there's the first out of the third inning. Pop out for Johnny Butler. That brings up Vanderwall, who singled back in the first. He's 1 for 1. Rockford looking to get back on the board here. They now find themselves trailing 4-3. Rockford trailed 4-1 early in the ball game yesterday. Came back to tie it 4-4, but lost 5-4. An RBI single in the 8th inning for Traverse City. Here's the first pitch to Vanderwall. Fastball hit a long way to right field and deep. Back goes Slayton, but he has room in front of the warning track, and the catch made. 2 down. Good stroke by Vanderwall. Had a good look off the bat, but hung up just enough for Slayton and right, who had to turn and watch a Tom Jostin home run back in the first. In that right field spot. Jostin is at the plate right now. 1 for 1 with that 3-run home run. Up to 214 is average, 3 home runs, 25 RBIs. He's got 7 RBIs on this road trip. First pitch, inside ball 1. So Jostin had a home run against Kokomo 2 days ago. He's got a home run here today in Traverse City. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. Swing and a miss at a curveball, low and inside. Back-to-back pitches that same spot from Jones. And it's 1-1 on Jostin. Here's the pitch. Curveball again, low and in. Jostin does not bite, 2-1. So Jostin with 3 home runs this season, all on the road. 2 in Kokomo and 1 here in Upper Michigan. Or Northern Michigan, I should say. 2-1 pitch to Jostin. Swinging a liner to right center field. Back on it, Powell. He can't make the catch. It hops in front of him on the right center field side. Jostin a long turn at first, but he looks back at first base with a double with 2 out. Good stroke by Tom Jostin. So Jostin with 4 hits on this road trip, a multi-hit game for him early on. He's on first base with a long shot to right center field. 2-out single now for Aaron Mann. Mann grounded out the shortstop back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Batting .208 this season. The freshman from Drury, Division II product from Little Rock, Arkansas. Right-hander on right-hander. First pitch from Jones. Fastball is in there for a strike. Down the middle to Mann, 0-1. Aaron Mann struck out yesterday. He was 1 for 4. Only 2 strikeouts in his last 6 games for the guy who earlier in the season would strike out a whole lot for Rockford. Well, 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Gets away from the catcher, bounces in front of Happy, and Jostin slides into second base safely. On a ball that one hop, Camilletti on second base. So Jostin takes off for second and gets the bag. Brings him into scoring position for Mann, who has 14 RBIs this season, none on his road trip. But for Mann, I mean, a guy who had, more than half his outs this season early on were strikeouts. He's gotten that percentage down to 37% of his outs were strikeouts. 1-1 pitch to him. Up with a fastball, 2-1. So Mann's decreased his strikeouts, and he's trying to gather some hits. He's got hits in his last 2 games, does Mann. Putting the ball in play more is Aaron Mann. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball is lined to left center field, overcomes by Oric. He strolls over to make the catch in the gap, and that retires the side. So no runs on 1 hit and 1 left for Rockford in the bottom of the third coming up, 4-3 Traverse City. Bottom three, Rockford trails 4-3. The Pittsburghers are in front, coming to bat against Tom Shasharek here in the third. It's Jake Wilson, Ryan Hampy, and Nick Powell. So Rockford allowed 1 in the first and 3 in the second. 2 of the runs charged to Ryan Riddle. Tom Shasharek faced 5 batters, struck out 1, walked 2. A lot of sac fly and a bases loaded walk to score the 2 runs. Here's the first pitch to Wilson. High with ball 1. The other one came in on a wild pitch. Jake Wilson reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. He's 0 for 1, the DH, the Canadian. Batting .260 this season. His last at-bat was number 200 of the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Tom Shasharek. Fastball's outside, 2-0. Shasharek the righty, Wilson the lefty. Tom Shasharek with more balls than strikes. Same story as Ryan Riddle. Sultan Saliba was loose in the bullpen. Now Rockford's got a different player throwing. Try to see who in a moment. Open stance from Wilson on 2-0. Here's the pitch from Shasharek. Fastball is fouled away to the left side. Moving over to get it Jostin, and he has no play. It bounced in front of him. And Ben Rosengard from left field in foul ground right into the sidewall warning track, and it's 2-1. A foul ball that falls harmlessly. Going to see who's warming up in the Rockford pen. It's a penned-off area to the right field side. Can't exactly see. 2 balls and a strike on Wilson. Open stance against the righty Shasharek. And a timeout is called. And they'll do it again in just a few seconds. Rockford used just 2 pitchers yesterday, Jordan Nelson and Trevin Eubanks. Rockford already on their second pitcher. We're in the 3rd inning of play. 2 balls and a strike on Jake Wilson. And now the pitch. Fastball is lined foul left side in the seats, 2-2, right into a throng of fans. Let's hope everyone's all right. More fans on the third base side than first base side behind the Pittsburghers dugout up the third base line. Same as yesterday, a crowd that exceeded 2,400, 2,411. Spitters a top 10 team in attendance in the Northwoods League, more than 1,400 per game. It's gone up and up as the season's gone on. They keep on winning. 2-2 to Wilson. Here's the pitch. Curveball, wave and a miss by Wilson. Drop third strike. Minzy picks it up and has plenty of time, makes the throw over. There's 1 away in the 3rd. Strikeout number 2 for Tom Shasharek. Ryan Riddle struck out nobody before him. There's 1 down in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Rockford trails 4-3. I'd imagine Shasharek won't get anything more than these 2 innings, the 2nd and 3rd. Went 1 2/3 his first start. So Hampy coming up now, Ryan Hampy, who fly to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom 3. Rockford trails 4-3 in the game. Righty on righty battle here. Shasharek from the stretch from the first base side of the pitching rubber. First pitch to Hampy. Fastball's thrown low and inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Hampy played his first year at the University of Illinois Chicago, UIC. Going to John A. Logan next year. Then in 2021, going to the University of Illinois. The Illinois native is Hampy from New Lenox. A ball and no strikes to him. And here's the pitch. Fastball is plated by Shasharek about 2 feet in front of home plate. It's 2-0. So Rockford's got some guys ready to go in their bullpen if Shasharek can't get out of this inning, and for a 4th inning nonetheless. 2 balls, no strikes on Hampy. Shasharek comes set for the 2-0. And the pitch. Fastball again plated. And the count goes to 3-0 on the opposing backstop, Ryan Hampy. Spitters have scored the last 4 runs of the game. They lead 4-3 over Rockford. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Nobody on, 1 out, but a 3-0 count on Ryan Hampy from Tom Shasharek, who has walked 2 men already in this game. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball is outside, ball 4. And the hard-throwing righty issues walk number 3 of the game to Ryan Hampy. That brings up Nick Powell. It's Ryan Hampy on base for the 10th straight game. Powell now comes up. Powell, who singled back in the second, stole 2 bases and has scored a run for Traverse City. Sophomore from Ball State. Batting .230, facing Tsherick with 1 on, 1 out. Lefty batter, first pitch. Fastball is low and inside, ball 1, and Tsherick is continuing to have trouble finding the strike zone. 19 balls, 13 strikes for the Rockford righty reliever. 1 ball and no strikes to Powell. Hampy at first, man holds him off the bag. Middle infield looks to turn 2. 1-0 on Powell now, and the pitch. Fastball's low and inside, nearly clips Powell, 2-0. We've not seen Adam Carey come out for a conversation with either pitcher so far, including Ryan Riddle, his Central College mate. 2 balls, no strikes on Powell from Tsherick. Tsherick is set, belt high. Here's the 2-0. Fastball is low and inside again, 3-0 on Nick Powell. It's got to be frustrating for Rockford, essentially giving the game away, or at least the early 3-0 lead to Traverse City. 3 walks last inning, already 1 walk today in the third on 4 pitches. Now Powell's got a 3-0 count. Christian Faust on deck for Traverse City. 3-0 on Nick Powell. Here's the pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike, inside corner. Some of the fans not a fan of that 3-0 call. Would not have been a call with 2 strikes, I can almost assure you that. The wider strike zone on 3-0. Now it's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball's low and inside. That's ball 4 and a 5-pitch walk to Nick Powell. Back-to-back free passes given up by Tsherick. He's having a tough time out there. Now Christian Faust to come up. Walked back in the second, stole a base, and scored a run. So he's 0 for 0, batting .257. Faust, the sophomore from Grand Valley State. He's hit in 2 straight games and has an RBI in 3 straight. He's got 2 on here with 1 out against Tsherick. Righty on righty. Tsherick sets for his first pitch. Looks back at second a few times. Now the offering to Faust. Curveball is in for a strike. It dips to the knees. It's 0-1. Defense of Rockford, Tom Josen at third, Caleb Berberian at shortstop, Josh Dudden at second base with Aaron Mann at first. Ben Rosengard, Johnny Butler, Matt Higgins in the outfield. And check that, Vanderwall in the outfield left to right. Mason Minzy catching for Ryan Riddle, who has been replaced by Tom Tsherick. Here's the 0-1 on Faust. Here's the pitch. Curveball is grounded at the plate and foul. Hits off the body of Faust, and it's 0-2. Riley Bertram waits on deck for the Pit Spitters. First and second, 1 out. Traverse City leads 4-3. We're in the bottom half of the third on a Sunday night in Traverse City, Michigan. Second of 2 in this series. Final of 4 games on a road trip for Rockford. Rockford heads home to play Battle Creek Tuesday and Wednesday. No balls, 2 strikes to Faust. Tsherick fires. Curveball, wave and a miss. May have been foul tip. Nonetheless, it's held by Minzy. It was not foul tip, and it's a strikeout for Tsherick nonetheless. Third K of the game for Tom Tsherick. There's 2 down here in the third inning, and Riley Bertram will come up now. With first and second and 2 out. Bertram struck out looking back in the second inning. The first man that Tsherick faced. And he struck him out looking. So Bertram is 0 for 1. Riding a 4-game hitting streak is Bertram. Batting 167 this season, but an on-base rate of .308. Switch hitter batting left, first pitch. Fastball's down the middle for a strike. Bertram played 18 games with Michigan. Appeared in 2 College World Series championship games. rather, 2 College World Series games, including the championship game for Michigan against Vanderbilt. No balls and a strike to Bertram. Jasherick a look back. And a time has been called at home plate by Bertram. So Bertram coming on late to this Spitter lineup. One of the latest guys to come on. Just more talent to the Traverse City roster, as if they can't have enough. They've come together as a team so much. Here's the 0-1 to Bertram. Jasherick throws. Curveball is low, ball 1. Of course, the Spitters winning 18 straight games, many of them without Bertram and some of the new additions, Hampy, Titus, who's not in action today. 18-game winning streak, longest in Northwoods League history. They've set records and lead the Northwoods League in their first season of play, the Spitters. 1-1 on Bertram now, 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded to shortstop. 2 steps to his right. Durbin throws the long way to first and gets the out. And that retires the side. So in what could be Tom Jasherick's last inning of work here in this Sunday night game. No runs on no hits and 2 left, no errors. After 3, Rockford trails Traverse City 4-3. Top of the 4th, Traverse City leads Rockford 4-3. Rivets have Josh Dudden up to bat to begin the road 4th. First pitch from Kyle Jones is airmailed high, ball 1. Josh Dudden grounded to second base back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Batting .239. Skies one to right field and deep. Back goes Slayton near the wall. He looks up and this ball is foul by about 10, maybe 15 feet beyond the right field foul pole. A foul ball by Dudden to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Rockford's had a few high hit balls in this game. Tom Joseph homer to that same side. Josh Dudden couldn't tuck one inside the pole. 1-1 pitch to him now. Fastball's low and inside, 2-1. Of course, that home run from Jostin, a 3-run shot in the first. 2-1 pitch. Fastball hit to right field and deep, but in play for Slayton near the warning track. He makes the catch right in front of it for out number 1. Batter is Michael Zavoli. Spitters leading 4-3. Rockford looking to make up ground on Kalamazoo here, at least keep ground with them. Growlers a 1-run victory over Battle Creek yesterday. They beat Battle Creek big yet today in Kalamazoo. Here's the first pitch to Zavoli. Swinging the ball at the opposite field to left, but Biorik races back, or rather strolls back and makes the catch in front of the warning track left field side. And there's 2 men away. Just like that here in the fourth against Kyle Jones. Rattled back in the first inning, but has allowed nothing since those 3 runs in the first. A very similar game to the one that we saw back in Rockford on July 20th. Rivets scored 2 runs in the first inning off Andrew Hoffman, best pitcher in the Northwoods League for starters by pretty much all metrics. But Traverse City won that game 11-6. They scored 11 straight runs after Rockford scored the first 2 in the first inning. First pitch to Mason Minzy, curveball and for a strike. And Hoffman allowed no runs the rest of his outing. After those 2 runs in the first, off a Jake Vanderwald 2-run home run to right field. A mirror image so far here today. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Minzy. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Minzy's 1 for 1. Singled back in the second and was erased on a fielder's choice by Ben Rosengard, who's on deck. 2 out, nobody on, 4-3 Traverse City, top of the fourth. Rockford at the plate. Minzy batting left against the righty Kyle Jones. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Jones winds and deals. Fastball's fouled away left side and hits the top of the netting behind home plate, offset toward the left. The count is 0-2. This is the only game going on in the Great Lakes East right now. One of 3 games active right now in the league. No balls, 2 strikes to Minzy. Here's Jones's pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Drop third strike. Hampy throws over in plenty of time and space. And that retires Mason Minzy. Strikeout number 1 for Kyle Jones. A 1-2-3 fourth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 3.5 in Traverse City, Spitters lead the Rivets 4-3. New pitcher is Adrian Santiago for the Rockford Rivets, who looks to improve on his ERA of 34.71. In 2 1/3 innings, he's allowed a total of 9 earned runs, 11 total runs. Last appeared Tuesday against Kalamazoo. Righty batter facing Hudson Biorik. First pitch. Fastball's in for a strike inside corner. His pitch speed of 85. So he appeared against Traverse City back on July 20th in the 11-6 loss. Went 1/3 of an inning and allowed 4 earned runs, Traverse City. Here's the 0-1. Curveball's away from the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Biorik, who has walked twice and scored 2 runs. He's seen just 1 strike in a total of 9 pitches. Entering this at bat. From the stretch, Santiago, 1-1 to Biorik. Fastball is on the outside of corner for a strike. The count goes to 1-2. Santiago, the senior from Webster in St. Louis, out of Chicago, Illinois. 6'0", 170, right-handed hurler. Comes set at the belt for the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Breaking balls away and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Minzy smothers it. Bajorek, Camilletti, and Slayton. 1, 2, 3 batters up here in the 4th for Traverse City. Spitters lead 4-3, bottom 4. Rivets out hitting the Traverse City Pit Spitters 4-3 in the game, but Traverse City leads where it counts by a run. Final game on this road stretch for Rockford. It's a 2-2 on Bajorek. Pitch. Fastball grounded to the third base side and foul. Santiago appearing for the 4th time this season. Last against Kalamazoo, allowed 1 run, the game-winning run ultimately for the Growlers in the 9th inning of play in that game. An unearned run off Santiago. Here's the 2-2 pitch again. Swing and a miss. Curveball to the outside part. And Bajorek down on strikes. Santiago has the strikeout, his first K of the season. And he strikes out the first man he faces here in the 4th. Now Mario Camilletti, the second baseman for Traverse City. He has singled and walked so far, has an RBI. Walk of the bases loaded back in the 2nd off of Tom Shasharek. Santiago, the 3rd Rockford pitcher used. All 3 have been relief pitchers. Riddle, Shasharek, and now Santiago. Lefty batter Camilletti, first pitch is a fastball that gets away from Minzy. It's low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. That one reaches 87 on the radar gun from Santiago. Well, Santiago in college had a good season. Pitched to a 2.29 ERA with Webster University, Division III product. 7-3 was his record. Started quite a few games with the Webster team. A ball and no strikes on Camilletti. Pitch. Fastball hit deep to right field. Back on a Vanderball near the track. He leaps and makes the catch. He made the catch at the front of the warning track. Jake Vanderwall, he got a late start. But boy, does he have plenty of wheels. And he made the catch over his shoulder to retire Camilletti. And there's 2 down in the frame. What a catch by Vanderwall, moving back near the warning track on a rocket of a fly ball from Camilletti. Vanderwall saves an extra base hit. And there's 2 down for Michael Slayton here in the 4th inning. Slayton has 2 RBIs today. He doubled back in the 1st and sacked fly in the 2nd. He's 1 for 1. First pitch. Curveball's high, ball 1. Well, Michael Slayton, native of Texas, attends Benedictine College in Kansas. 1-0 pitch. Curveball is in there for a strike inside half. Slayton was homeschooled in high school. He played for a high school homeschool team in a league versus other homeschool teams in Texas. That's how he got his start in baseball. He's done well for himself. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, and the ball goes to the backstop. Foul, 1-2. Slayton batting .298 for Traverse City. Owned the top batting average on the team, one of 3 All-Stars, the only All-Star hitter for Traverse City. The guy on the mound for them, Kyle Jones, is. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and down goes Michael Slayton. A slider to the outside part of the plate, in fact, well off the plate. And Slayton down on strikes. Santiago throws a 1-2-3 4th inning for the Rockford Rivets. After 4 innings of play, Rivets trail the Pit Spitters 4-3. 4-3 Traverse City in the 5th inning begins. A new pitcher for the Spitters is Garrett Simmons, number 21 in white, the left-hander. At 6'3", 200, attends Ball State. The junior with the Cardinals facing Caleb Durbin, or rather Ben Rosengard, first pitch. Fastball's in there for a strike at the knees. Pitch speed of, we await, 87. Hard throwing lefty is Garrett Simmons. His numbers in just a moment. Rosengard's 0 for 1, but the fielder's choice. 0-1 pitch is in for a strike again. A fastball at the chest, 0-2. So Simmons an ERA of 2.22, record of 3-3. 18th appearance, all but one in relief. 0-2 on Rosengard now. And the pitch. Fastball is fouled away, off to the left. 42 strikeouts, 24 walks, and 28 1/3 for the lefty Garrett Simmons. Facing a lineup for Rockford that features 5 lefties and 4 righties today with 2 switch hitters. Simmons has been playing his best baseball as of late for Traverse City. 0-2 pitch. Fastballs in the dirt, 1-2. So Simmons' last appearance was against Kalamazoo 3 nights ago on Thursday. Allowed 1 run in 2 innings pitched and 3 hits. That was his first run allowed since June 10th against Kalamazoo. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rosengard. Curveball is in there, strike 3 call inside corner. The speed change from Simmons, and that gets Rosengard down on strikes. His first breaking ball of the game. Strikeout number 1 for Simmons, and Rosengard down on K's. So Simmons has allowed just a 1 run in the past 6 weeks. He's a special player for Traverse City Pittsburghers. Been with the team since opening day. First pitch to Durbin. Caleb Durbin lines it foul, 0-1. In fact, his first appearance, Simmons, was against Rockford. Allowed no runs in 1 inning pitch against Rockford back on May 30th. On June 6th, though, he appeared in a 4-inning appearance for Rockford, allowed 2 runs in 4 innings. 0-1 is plated to Durbin, 1-1. So his longest appearance of the season was against Rockford on June 6th. Allowed 1 run in 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 earned. Struck out 8 in 4 innings. Also a season high. 1-1 on Caleb Durbin, who's 0 for 1 today. Fly to first base last time up. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop foul, blooping toward the right field side, and it's called off and right by Michael Slayton in shallow ground to the foul line. Out number 2. Brings up Johnny Butler. So Rockford has had their last 6 men go down. They haven't gotten a run since they scored 3 in the top of the first inning. A eerily similar game to the one they played back on July 20th against these Spitters. Scored 2 runs in the first inning and then allowed 11 straight. Lost the game 11-6. Here's the first pitch to Johnny Butler now. Fastball's in there for a strike. Up and away, 0-1. Fastball at 88 from Garrett Simmons. So Rockford in 3 of the last 4 games against Traverse City, including today, has scored in the first inning of work. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. Another fastball. That being said, Traverse City has won 3 in a row against Rockford. So it doesn't really mean much. Here's the 1-1 to Butler now. Pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, 1-2. Butler was 0 for 2, flied to left and popped to third base and foul ground his last time up. Rockford center fielder. Lefty on lefty here. Butler 2 home runs on the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch to him. Breaking ball is in there. Strike 3 call outside corner. And that retires the side. A very quick 1-2-3 5th inning for Garrett Simmons. He strikes out 2 in just 12 pitches. After 4.5, an official game in Traverse City, the Spitters lead the Rivets 4-3. Bottom of the fifth, Adrian Santiago remains out there for Rockford. After throwing a 1-2-3 fourth inning, Andrew Morrow is the first man he faces, who's 0 for 2 today, the first baseman for Traverse City. Has lined out to second base and flied to center field. Morrow, the junior from Michigan State, facing Santiago, the senior. First pitch. Curveball bends in for a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Morrow has yet to struck out today. 63 Ks on the season. 0-1 pitch in for a strike. It's 0-2, and Santiago having a great day back there. Both teams in their last half innings defensively through 12-pitch, 1-2-3 outings. 0-2 from Santiago to Morrow. Coming up the pitch. Fastball's fouled away. That was a quick pitch from Santiago that time. A very quick delivery. Very low leg kick that time. And Santiago induces a foul off as Morrow just had to protect himself at the plate. It'll be an 0-2. Santiago comes set, righty on righty. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball and a half swing. Did he go? He did. Strike three. Low and away for strike three. And Minzy applies the tag on Morrow just in case it was a drop third strike, and it was. And there's one away here in the fifth inning, and it's been 4 up, 4 down against Adrian Santiago. So Santiago, after 3 very rough outings, allowed the game-winning run to score his last time out back against Kalamazoo a few nights ago, earlier this week. Has 3 strikeouts, and he's up 4 up and 4 down. Now Jake Wilson swears to bunt, puts it foul behind home plate. 0-1, Wilson, who does that quite a lot. He is 0 for 2 today, a fielder's choice ground out, or reached on a fielder's choice. That play when Camilletti was caught in a pickle between third and home. Struck out his last time. Open stance for an 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing it away, but he takes ball 1. Not squaring to bunt that time is the Canadian Jake Wilson. Only one for north of the border on this Traverse City team, and on the field today for either side. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball line to center field. That's down for a base hit toward the gap in right center. Wilson turns for second base. The throw comes from Butler in second. It's not even close. And a base hit turns into 2 bags for Jake Wilson as he just snuck that one toward the gap. And the first base runner allowed by Adrian Santiago is a Jake Wilson double, his first hit of the game. And double number 6 on the year for Wilson. One out base runner now for Ryan Hampy. 4th hit of the game for Traverse City, each team with 4 base knocks on the contest. Spitters lead 4-3, bottom 5, 1 on, and Wilson at second base with 1 out. Ryan Hampy, the batter, is 0 for 1. Fly to right his first time, walked his last time against Tom Shasharek in the 3rd inning. Facing Santiago here in the 5th, who's just given up his first base runner. Righty on righty. And the first pitch. Fastball is grounded to shortstop. Charging in, Durbin has it on the grass, throws to first, and the play is made in time. Man makes the catch and retired in half a step, Ryan Hampy. As Wilson goes to third base, and there's 2 down for Nick Powell. Good throw across from Caleb Durbin. A bit of a low throw for man, but in plenty of time. 2 down for Powell, who was a single and a walk today. Singled and stole 2 back and scored a run back in the 2nd. Walked in the 3rd on 5 pitches. The center fielder is 1 for 1 today. On the season, batting .230. First pitch to the lefty is a strike, a fastball. Santiago up to 21 pitches, 16 strikes, 5 balls. He has struck out 3 and given up just 1 base hit, the double to Wilson, who's now on third base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul on a curve, 0-2 off to the right. Curveball at 76 from Santiago. Rockford's got Sultan Saliba warming up in their pen, among a couple of other guys occupying it. It'll be an 0-2 on Nick Powell. Christian Faust would be next with 2 out. Santiago comes set just above the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball's outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's by far the best appearance of the year for Adrian Santiago. Looking to cement that with And out here to Nick Powell with Wilson on third base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball's fouled away at the plate. Just got a piece, did Powell, the lefty. It's still 1-2. Pittsburgh's 25-6 here at home. By far the best home field advantage in the Northwoods League. A win percentage rate of .806. Winning yesterday in dramatic fashion, late 5-4. A ball and 2 strikes on Powell. Santiago set and throws. Fastball is lifted foul and out of play left side. This one clears the stands. 1 ball and 2 strikes still. One, 2 to Powell. Santiago throws. Inside with a curveball, 2-2. Powell lays that one off. Overall, Traverse City 42-17. In the second half, 19-4. Both the best numbers in the Northwoods League, as is their 25-6 home field advantage. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Powell. Swing and a miss. Curveball low and inside. And Adrian Santiago has allowed no runs and just 1 hit through 2 innings. He struck out 4. His best appearance so far, and by far the best pitcher in any capacity so far for Rockford today. After 5 innings of play in Northern Michigan, Spitters 4, Rivets 3. Jake Vanderwall leads off the 6th inning against the Traverse City reliever Garrett Simmons. Rivets trail 4-3 in the game. No runs have been scored for either team since the second. Rockford got all 3 of their runs in the first. A 3-run home run by Tom Josten over the right center field wall. Longest home run that Rockford's hit all season, I'm sure. Vanderwall is 1 for 2 today, a single and a fly to right. Lefty on lefty, and Simmons steals the first pitch to Vanderwall. Fastball's fouled away left side. It's 0-1. Talking with the Traverse City broadcaster, he told me that's probably the longest home run he's seen all season against Traverse City at Pittsburgh's Park. Belongs to Tom Josten, who's on deck. It's Vanderwall, Josten, and Mann. 3, 4, and 5 batters in the road 6th. Rivets trail by a run. That last pitch clocked at 91 from Simmons. Here's the 0-1 to Vanderwall now. Simmons fires. Breaking ball is outside and high. 1 ball and 1 strike, that one at 75. Now the 1-1. Fastball is lifted high, shallow left field, coming on by Oric in left, and he makes the catch with 2 hands. There's the first out of the 6th inning as Vanderwall goes down on a high pop. The batter is Tom Josten.
Third baseman, Tom Josten, and you know that he is our beer batter.
Looking at the Spitters' other stats on the season, best home field advantage, 3rd best road record at 17-11 this season. In one-run games, they're also the best at 12-3, including a one-run win yesterday. Here's the first pitch to Jostin now, who's 2 for 2. Breaking ball's high, ball 1. 12-3, that's an 800 winning percentage in one-run games. Best in the Northwoods League. The rest of a lot of things. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jostin. Fastball's up and away, ball 2. They also have the best shutout record in the Northwoods League. They're 9-1 in shutout games, meaning they have shut out 9 teams, including Rockford once, and been shut out once this season. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball is hit high to right center field, but playable, though, for Slayton in right field, a shallow fly ball. He makes the catch with 2 hands himself, and there's 2 down. Rockford's actually been shut out twice by Traverse City. Spitters are best in a lot of things. They have the best pitcher in the Northwoods League, Andrew Hoffman. Has the most wins of any pitcher, the best ERA of any pitcher at 1.07, 7 wins, no losses. The list can really go on. Best winning streak in Northwoods League history. First pitch to Aaron Mann now. The fastball thrown outside for ball 1. Aaron Mann is 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out today. Rockford trails 4-3, top of the 6th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball's tipped foul to the backstop, 1-1. Matt Higgins not in today's lineup. Coming into today, he was the games played leader in the Northwoods League. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Aaron Mann. High with a fastball, 2-1 from Garrett Simmons. So 58 games played for Higgins. Missed just 1 game coming into today, and he hasn't played so far yet. Was in the lineup card to play in right field, but then Vanderwall came on to play right to begin the game. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Mann now. Fastball is outside, 3-1. So it was only one player who's played 57 games. That's Colby Johnson of Battle Creek. So if he played today, it would be 58 games played for both he and Higgins. And we can check if he played in just a moment. 3-1 to Mann now. Pitch. Fastball is grounded foul, third base side, 3-2. Well, Colby Johnson did in fact play, and he went 2 for 3. So by the time the stats update tomorrow, each player will have played 58 games unless Higgins comes in as a pinch hit substitution. 3-2 on Aaron Mann. Josh Dudden waits on deck. Nobody on, 2 out. 4-3 Traverse City, top of the 6th. Simmons with a full count on Mann. From the belt, he winds, and the lefty deals the payoff pitch. Fastball's outside, ball 4, and there's a first base runner against Garrett Simmons. So Simmons had retired the first 5, and now he walks Aaron Mann on a 3-2 pitch, and that brings up Josh Dudden. Dudden has grounded out and flied out. He's 0 for 2 today, the Rockford second baseman. Junior from Creighton. Batting .237. Lefty on lefty now on the first pitch from Simmons from the stretch is low, ball 1. First time Simmons has gone from the stretch so far. Pitched a 1-2-3 fourth, a 1-2-3 fifth, excuse me, then the first 2 out in the 6th. Now he walks Aaron Mann and brings up Josh Dudden, who has 1 home run on the season. 16 RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Fastball's inside, 2-0. Man off of first base, not a threat to steal. He hasn't attempted one this season. Josh Dudden is 0 for 2 today. On this road stretch, he's 2 for 11. He's hit in his last 2 games, though. Here's the 2-0. Fastball's high, 3-0. Dudden had a double and scored 2 runs, also walked 2 times in yesterday's game. Head 3-0 here against Garrett Simmons. There's nobody warming up in Traverse City's bullpen. Pitchers getting loose for Rockford in their pen. 3-0 on Dudden. And the pitch. Fastball is taken all the way. It's low for ball 4, and Dudden walks on 4 pitches. So just like that, 5 straight balls thrown from Garrett Simmons, and there's 2 on and 2 out for Michael Zavoli. Zavoli, a switch hitter batting lefty for the first 2 times he was up against Kyle Jones. Now he bats righty against Garrett Simmons. Conversation first between Ryan Hampley, the catcher, and Simmons, the pitcher for Traverse City. First and second, 2 out. Michael Zavoli is 0 for 2. He's grounded back to first base and fly to left last time. Zavoli batting 4 for 20. He's 200 on the season with 2 RBIs. Both RBIs came against Kokomo in one game. 0 for 1 yesterday before being subbed out in the second inning for Mason Minzy at the DH spot today for the first time this season, playing his 8th game. He's got Dutton on first, man at second, and 2 out. First pitch from Simmons on the way. High with a fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. Just like that, that's 6 straight out of the strike zone for Garrett Simmons. Simmons now with more balls and strikes on the game. And he retired his first 5 in succession. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball is low, ball 2 on Zavoli. And Zavoli, the 5'9" freshman from Concordia, Chicago, ahead in the count. See if he gets a green light. Time called first, though. And Traverse City's pitching coach, Cole Sanderson, will come out. The entire infield being called in. So Traverse City might want to buy time to get more guys warmed up in their pen. They've got a couple of pitchers stretching out, but not throwing just yet. Rockford's got Mitch Rogers warming up in their pen. Sultan Salibo has been ready. Working with TJ Merrick, not TJ Merrick down there. He's the hitting coach. Adam Carey, the pitching coach. So Simmons remains out there after the conversation is complete. 2-0 on Michael Zavoli, so a mid-at-bat conversation ends between the entire infield and pitching coach Sanderson. 2 balls, no strikes on Zavoli. 2 on with 2 out. Rockford trails by a run, top of the 6th inning. They've allowed the last 4 runs of the game, have not scored since the first, and they've put up 3 runs. Lefty pitcher, righty hitter. 2-0 from Simmons to Zavoli coming up. Here's the pitch. Fastball is low and inside, ball 3 on Zavoli. Mason Minzy on deck with 2 out. Garrett Simmons, again, cannot find the strike zone. 3-0 now. And the pitch. Fastball in the inside corner, a strike. So after a streak of 8 straight balls, Zavoli has a 3-1 count on him now as Simmons finds the corner on the inside. Simmons set for the 3-1 and throws. Inside and low, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for Mason Minzy. Minzy will bat for himself. Word being given to the bullpen by one of the Traverse City relief pitchers. I'm sure this will be all for Garrett Simmons here, the second inning of work. Facing Mason Minzy, who is not really the guy that Rockford wants up right now. Minzy on the day, well, he is 1 for 2, but on the season he's batting under 200. Minzy batting 198, lowest batting average on the Rockford lineup right now. But he's got the bases juiced and 2 out. Minzy singled back in the second, struck out back in the 4th. Freshman from Texas Tech. Minzy with 7 RBIs this season. First pitch, takes high and inside, ball 1. Minzy has played just 1 game on this road trip before today. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. On the road trip, he's 1 for 4 and no RBIs. Has 3 multi-8 games this season. He's hit earlier today. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Simmons. Fastball is low and inside, ball 2. And just like that, Minzy is ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases are loaded. And now the trainer coming out for Traverse City. Something might be wrong here with the pitcher Garrett Simmons. Josh Rebant comes on as well, the Traverse City manager. So something might be wrong with Garrett Simmons here. He just cannot throw strikes right now. And there's a trainer out to talk with him. Doesn't appear as if he's checking anything out physically. Just asking him some questions. Entire infield meets now, and Josh Rebant points to his bullpen. He wants a pitcher to come out, I would think. as he makes the point to the pin. Looks like Kevin Hahn might be coming here, number 13. And it is Hahn who will come out. The best reliever on Traverse City perhaps is coming out as Garrett Simmons leaves the game with the bases loaded and 2 out and a 2-0 count on Mason Minzy. Not the end that Simmons wanted, and Rockford now has to face Traverse City's best relief pitcher, trailing by 1 and the bases juiced with 2 out in the 6th. Mid at bat to Mason Minzy. We'll be back after this. Two 2-0 the count on Mason Minzy. It's 4-3. Traverse City leads Rockford, top 6, 2 out, bases loaded. Kevin Hahn, the new pitcher, the senior from San Mateo, California. ERA of 0.52 this season, the best relief pitcher on Traverse City. Record of 4-0 this season. Has not allowed a run or an earned run this season since June 19th. Yeah. Bases loaded for him. 2-0 the count on Mason Minzy, who's 1 for 2 today. Righty Hahn and the lefty Minzy. First pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Throw back to second base on a back pick is not in time. Count is 2-1. So Minzy now will bat lefty against the righty Kevin Hahn. So how often do you see that? A pitcher change mid at bat. We've seen it a few times, but on a switch hitter. So Minzy moves from batting righty to batting lefty. Bases loaded in a 2-1 count, and Kevin Hahn, who can certainly throw strikes. Unlike Garrett Simmons, who could not find the strike zone in this inning and was pulled, perhaps due to a precaution. Trainer coming out to pull him. 2-1 on Minzy now. Minzy calls time first. Zavoli at first, Dutton at second, man at third, 2 out, 2 balls and a strike on Mason Minzy. Rockford trails by a run, facing Kevin Hahn. Again, no earned runs allowed in more than a month. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball's up and away, 3-1. On deck, Ben Rosengard. So Kevin Hahn, the graduated senior from Stanislaus State in California. 6'4", 185. Not an all-star for some reason. I voted for him. ERA of 0.52. Bit puzzling. 3-1 on Minzy, the pitch. Fastball is taken. Ball 4 high and outside, and Rockford ties the game. A bases-loaded walk given up by Kevin Hahn. The run is charged to Garrett Simmons as man crosses the plate. And Rockford ties it up at 4-4 in the 6th. A big 5-pitch walk for Minzy. RBI number 8 for him, and his first on this road trip. Now Ben Rosengard about, but the bases still loaded, and a fresh count for Kevin Hahn. Rosengard's 0 for 2, a fielder's choice ground out, and a looking strikeout. Lefty batter, first pitch from Hahn, high and outside, ball 1. Kevin Hahn, 27 strikeouts against 11 walks in 34 2/3. a whip of 0.95. Almost double his ERA of 0.52. That's unbelievable. He's given up a hit, though, in his last 5 appearances. 1-0 on Rosengard, and the pitch. Fastball is taken low, ball 2. Fastball runs low 80s from Kevin Hahn. Does not throw hard, but throws very well. However, though, he has just walked Minzy, and behind 2-0 on Ben Rosengard. Comes set at the letters for a 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball is on the outer half for a strike. 2-1. And the crowd certainly likes that. Perhaps a bit of a Bronx cheer for the home plate umpire, Ken Garner, who the crowd believed called that 3-1 pitch unfairly against their home team. 4-4 in the top of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 2 out for Ben Rosengard. 2 balls and a strike. Hahn's pitch. Fastball grounded back to second base, taken by Camilletti, goes to first base with it and retires Rosengard by a step to end the inning. But Rockford does come up with a tie ball game. A bases loaded walk by Mason Minzy. No runs on no hits. No errors and 3 left. 4 walks in the frame for Rockford. We're tied at 4 after 5.5. Bottom 6, Christian Foss bats against Adrian Santiago, who begins his 3rd inning of work. Santiago in a 4-4 game now, tied up here in Traverse City. He has allowed just 1 base hit, a double to Jake Wilson in 2 innings. He has struck out 4 over that time and allowed just that 1 base runner. First pitch to Nick Powell, rather Christian Foss, is a curveball that bends on the inside corner for a strike. Count 0-1. Foss is 0 for 1, a walk back in the 2nd, and a run scored. Struck out his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul tip to the screen. 0-2. Each team with 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Traverse City has left a total of 6 on base. Rockford has left 5 on base in the game, including 3 for Rockford last half inning. No balls, 2 strikes on Foss. 8-9-1 batters up in the 6th inning for Traverse City. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball lined foul, right side, out of play. Past the concourse. So Foss, Bertram, and Biorik up here in the home 6th. A tying game at 4. Once again, we are tied at 4 late in a ball game here in Traverse City. What do you know? Spitters won yesterday 5-4. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit to right center field, shallow. Moving on Butler, a long way to go. Now Lee has Ruben makes the catch. Got to it quickly and settled under it. There's the first out of the frame. Best appearance so far for Adrian Santiago, who was a starting pitcher for Webster University this past season, so we could go innings. Had not gone beyond 1 frame in any game this season. Of course, that's because he struggled in all 3 all 3 appearances he had this season. Has pitched 2 innings of scoreless baseball and just 1 base hit and 1 base runner. He struck out 4. Here's Riley Bertram, the shortstop. Bertram is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch. Curveball is inside, ball 1. Again, the out-of-town scores from earlier today. The finals across the Great Lakes East Division. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball is grounded foul, third base side, 1-1. Battle Creek in Kalamazoo. Growlers won that game 8-3. And Kokomo and Kenosha, Kingfish beat the Rabbits 13-9. So the Growlers winning is not something Rockford wants to see. In fact, they've won 3 straight. They beat Traverse City at home by a run. They beat Battle Creek yesterday by a run. Blew them out today. 1-1 pitch to Riley Bertram is high and outside, 2-1. Bertram squared a bunt bat that time, but laid off. Switch hitter batting from the left-handed side against the righty Adrian Santiago. Bertram from Michigan, native of Zionsville, Indiana. 2-1 is low and inside, 3-1. Bertram's average of 164 so far this season. Looking to get on base. He's been on base in all but 1 game he's played this season, 19 of 20. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball is outside, ball 4. Now he gets on base. What do you know? 5-pitch walk to Riley Bertram with 1 away in the 6th. And the batter is Hudson Bajorek. Bajorek has 2 walks and 2 runs scored today. Struck out back in the 4th as last time, so he's 0 for 1. Left fielder from Wofford College. Native of Auburn, Washington. He's hit in his last 6 games, looking to increase that streak today. This is his 11th game this season with multiple walks as well. He's walked 41 times this year. First pitch is grounded between 5 and 6. Moving in, Jostin throws on a first from the grass and makes the play. Runner goes to third. The tag is put on, but not in time by Durbin. So Bertram goes first to third on a ground out as Bajorek is out on a 5-3 putout on a shallow ground ball. That'll bring up Mario Camilletti with insurance 90 feet away, or check that, the go-ahead run 90 feet away for Traverse City. 4-4 game, top of the 6th. And Camilletti is certainly capable of doing that. He's got an RBI today. He's 1 for 2 with a single, a bases loaded walk, and a fly to right last time. 26 RBIs this season and 58 base hits to lead the Traverse City Pittsbitters. Rockford's got some guys warming in their bullpen. Looks like Tanner Probst is getting ready, number 22. 2 out now for Camilletti, first pitch. Curveball is right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. 78 on that pitch, and Santiago's been using it very much and very efficiently today. Santiago at 39 pitches, 28 strikes. Here's the 0-1. Curveball for a strike again, 0-2. 0-2 with 2 out. Bertram at third base. 4-4 in the 6th inning, bottom half. Rockford tied the game in the top half. Spitters look to reclaim the lead. And as Santiago sets from the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball's fouled away left side, top of the screen from Camilletti, still 0-2. Beautiful day for baseball in Traverse City. It was 86 at game time at 6:03. 2 hours and a few minutes later, it's dropped down from 86 to 81. No rain in the forecast till the overnight hours, so we are safe from that. No balls and 2 strikes the pitch. Outside corner, no. Santiago on a curveball, can't get the call, 1-2. Home plate umpire Ken Garner did not give Santiago that call. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Camilletti. Michael Slayton waits on deck. Infield play straight up. 1-2 pitch. Fastball is looped to center field toward the gap. Overcomes Butler, but he's got plenty of room and plenty of time. Makes the catch over his left shoulder, and that retires the side in the 6th. No runs on, no hits, and one man left, no errors in the inning. After 6, it is 4-4 Rockford and Traverse City. Back after this. 6 innings down, 3 at least to go. Top of the 7th in Traverse City, Michigan at Pittsburgh's Park. Rivets 4, Pittsburgh's 4. Caleb Durbin, Johnny Butler, and Jake Vanderwall, 1, 2, 3 in the Rockford order, facing Kevin Hahn. First pitch on the way to Durbin is a fastball in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Kevin Hahn came into the 6th inning with the bases loaded and 2 out. Walked the first guy he faced, Mason Minty, to bring home a run, but forced a ground out by Ben Rosengard to win the frame. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul third base side and well wide of the line, 1-1. Caleb Durbin is 0 for 2 with a walk today. He flied out to right field last time in shallow right. So the run charge to Garrett Simmons, but Kevin Hahn was the man who walked him. 1-1 pitch. Breaking balls high and inside, 2-1. So Rockford gets even at 4. They scored 3 in the first. Spitters scored the next 4. Rockford's gotten even here in the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch now. Fastball line the other way. Base hit to right center field by Caleb Durbin. Durbin aboard with the base hit, his first of the game. And Durbin's 3rd of this series. Had 2 hits in yesterday's game at 2 RBIs. He's got his 3rd hit of the series, the leadoff man for Rockford. He's on base with nobody out here in the 7th, with Johnny Butler coming up now. Butler is 0 for 3. He's flied to left, popped to third base and foul ground, and struck out looking last time. The center fielder batting lefty versus the righty Kevin Hahn. ERA of 0.52 for Hahn this season. Whip of 0.95. Here's the first pitch to Butler. Squares to bunt. Puts it down. A shallow bunt in front of home plate. Tough play at first base. He's out by a step as the runner moves up to second base, Durbin. Maybe a little bit deeper up the box, and Butler would have had that bunt, but a sac bunt is what it goes in for Butler. That gets Durbin over to second base with some power coming up in Jake Vanderwall. Vanderwall is 1 for 3 today. He singled in the first and has flied to right and left since. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Vanderwall leads the Rockford team with 33 RBIs and 6 home runs. But on this road trip, though, is 4 for 13 with no home runs. He's done pretty well for Rockford. Lefty batter against the righty Kevin Hahn. 1 on, 1 out, first pitch. High and outside, 1-0. Durbin standing off second base. He's stolen 1 bag this season, so he's got some wheels. Rockford looking to untie it here. It's 4-4 in the top of the 7th, 1 on and 1 out. 1 ball on Jake Vanderwall. Kevin Hahn comes set at the letters. The righty with the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball's up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Kevin Hahn has not allowed an earned run, as I told you in the last inning, since June 19th against Kokomo. But he's given up a base hit in 6 straight appearances, hence his whip of almost double his ERA. 2-0 on Vanderwall now. Here's the pitch. Fastball line to second base. It's taken by Camilletti, who throws on to first on a hop. Gets the out in time. A soft liner that bounced to Camilletti. And he throws on for the easy 4-3 putout. As Durbin does go to third base, but there's 2 down for Tom Jostin. Tom Jostin is 2 for 3, a 3-run home run back in the first, the longest home run we've seen this season by a Rockford Rivet. A single back in the third, and he's fly to right in the 6th. So Jostin is 2 for 3 on the day. Lefty batter against the righty Hahn. Runner on third and 2 out, first pitch. Fastball swing and a miss, swung under 1. And a 1-strike count on Jostin. Jostin with 7 multi-hit games this season. Been on base in 15 straight, including today. He has 4 hits and 7 RBIs this road stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Kevin Hahn. On the way. Breaking ball, grounded first base side at 2 hops. Morrow flips over to Hahn, covers the bag in time by half a step. He steps on it, and that retires the side. A man shredded on third base for Rockford, Caleb Durbin. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. At the stretch time, it's 4-4 between Rockford and Traverse City. Bottom 7 here in Traverse City, Michigan. 4-4 between the Pit Spitters and the Rockford Rivets. Rockford Rivets baseball here on YouTube. Glad you're with us. We return home for a couple of games against Battle Creek. The Rivets do. And as do we on the broadcast team. Larry and I have got the game on Tuesday and Wednesday against Battle Creek. Both times are 6:35 Central on television. 7th inning, Michael Slayton leads off on a 4-4 game for Traverse City against Adrian Santiago, righty on righty. Slayton is 1 for 2. First pitch is looped into foul ground in first base, and it comes out of play. Right in front of me almost, just off to my right. Slayton has an RBI double, an RBI sac fly, and a strikeout. So 2 RBIs in the game for Slayton. And he's got a 1 for 2 performance. 0-1 pitch. Curveball bends inside for a strike. It's 0-2. And Adrian Santiago is really feeling himself right now. 44 pitches, 32 of them strikes. His best performance by far after 3 disastrous ones. Entered today with an ERA of more than 34. Ahead 0-2 now on Slayton. Here's the pitch. Quick pitch. Fastball is just high for ball 1 at 88. Could not nick the upper half of the zone. So an ERA of 34.71 and a whip of 4.71 coming into today. Santiago's given up just 2 base runners. 1-2 pitch. Curveball low and away, 2-2. Just a double and a walk given up by Santiago. He has struck out 4 through 3 innings so far. He started games with Webster. He can go long innings as Santiago. 2-2 pitch. Curveball is in there. Strike 3 call, inside corner. Delayed strike 3 call from Ken Garner at home plate. That inside corner has been working wonders for Rockford pitchers. 5th strikeout of the game for Adrian Santiago. Michael Slayton goes down for the first out of the 7th inning. And the batter is Andrew Morrow. Morrow has also struck out against Santiago today. He's 0 for 3, a line out, a fly out, and a backwards K. First baseman for Traverse City. First pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike at the belt. Inside half, 0-1 from Santiago. Adam Carrier, regardless of the result of this game, has got to be happy with Santiago's performance here. Bouncing back after 3 tumultuous appearances. 0-1 curveball is grounded foul. 0-2 near the Rockford dugout. Skitters to the on-deck area for Rockford. Picked up by Jordan Nelson, and he tosses it back to the Traverse City side. Their on-deck man, who happens to be Jake Wilson. 0-2 on Andrew Morrow. Righty on righty, Santiago brings the hands together. Here's the pitch. Fastball is high, ball 1 off the glove into the backstop off of Minzy. And a ball and 2 strikes now. We're in the 7th inning, 4-4. The second game in a row that we've been tied at 4 at the 7th inning stretch here in Traverse City. Jake Wilson waiting on deck, 1-2 with 1 out. Bases are empty for Traverse City. 1-2 pitch. Curveball's low and away, 2-2. 4 runs, 5 hits for Rockford, no errors. Traverse City, 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Great baseball game we've had so far today, and really in this series. These 2 teams playing each other really close. 2-2 pitch. Curveball, that's on the inside corner. Strike 3 call, no question. Same placement as the pitch that got Michael Slayton, and Morrow goes down on strikes. 6 Ks for Adrian Santiago in 3 2/3. So more than half of his outs have come by way of the strikeout. In a game that the first 2 relievers went just a combined 3 innings in, Santiago's gone 3 2/3. Here's Jake Wilson, who's 1 for 3. First pitch. Fastball is popped up third base side near the foul line for Jostin. It tucks inside the line. He makes the catch, and that retires the side. A 1-2-3 for Adrian Santiago. 2 strikeouts and a pop out. And after 7 innings of play, it is 4-4 between Rockford and Traverse City. Eighth inning of play. It's 4-4 Rockford and Traverse City. So over the second straight time, we entered the eighth, tied at 4 in Traverse City, Michigan. Kevin Hahn faces Aaron Mann, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Hahn, the righty, first pitch to the righty man. Fastball is at the knees for a strike. So all 3 games Rockford has played here in this road stretch have been 1-run games. 4-3 and 5-4 in Kokomo, 5-4 loss yesterday. It's 4-4 here in the eighth. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mann. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike of the knees, 0-2 at 69 miles an hour. A nice off-speed pitch coming from an 81-mile-an-hour fastball on the first offering. Josh Dudden on deck. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and time was called by Mann before a curveball was thrown outside by Kevin Hahn. Hahn through 1 1/3 has given up 1 hit. Allowed the game-tying walk to score, Mason Minzy. He inherited a 2-ball, no-strike count from Garrett Simmons in that at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball, drop third strike. Hampy picks it up and throws on in plenty of time. 1 away. Strikeout number 1 of the game for Kevin Hahn. And for Traverse City, it's just their 4th strikeout of the game. Spitters strike out 6.7 guys for 9 innings. Rockford, though, had 11 strikeouts in yesterday's game. Now the batter is Josh Dudden, a lefty. Dudden walked his last time. He is 0 for 2. First pitch from Hahn. Fastball grounded to first base. It's inside the line for Morrow. Flips over to his pitcher, Hahn. He steps on the bag in time. 3-1 put out for out number 2. So since Kevin Hahn allowed a leadoff single to Caleb Durbin back in the 7th inning, he has not gotten anybody on base yet. 5 straight have gone down. A sac bunt, 2 groundouts, a strikeout, and a groundout here. Now the batter is Michael Zavoli, 0 for 2 with a walk himself. Lefty batter, switch hitter, first pitch. Swinging a foul back left side, 0-1. It was Mann, Dudden, Zavoli, and Minzy. 4 straight guys to walk against Garrett Simmons. And then Kevin Hahn, the last man, back in the 6th inning. Rockford had no runs on no hits in that frame, walked 4 times. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes on Zavoli. Tied at 4, top of the 8th. No one on, 2 out for Rockford. Another close one on this road trip. Again, 3 straight 1-run games, gearing up for another here in Traverse City. No balls and 2 strikes from Hahn. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second base, waiting on it, Camilletti picks it up and throws over. And that's the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Hahn. He sent down 6 in a row. We go to the bottom half of the 8th. It's 4-4 Rockford and Traverse City. Four in the bottom half of the 8th. Adrian Santiago still out there. He's pitched 4 innings of baseball, and in that time he has allowed just 1 base hit, no runs. He struck out 6 and walked 1. The reliever for Rockford going starting pitcher's innings. He's a starter at Webster, so he knows how to go long frames. He's to start his 5th here, facing Hampy, Powell, and Faust, 6, 7, and 8. It was Hampy who had the game-winning RBI in the 8th inning yesterday. for Traverse City. Righty batter, righty pitcher. Santiago's thrown 53 through 4. His first pitch of the 8th is a fastball on the inside or the outside half for a strike. At the knees, 0-1. Fastball at 87, so his velocity is still kept up. Santiago, the right-hander. Working quickly, the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, inside corner, strike, 0-2. What a performance by Adrian Santiago today in relief. Saving some arms for Rockford. Ryan Riddle went 1 inning. Tom Shasherik went 2. Santiago's gone 4. No balls, 2 strikes on Hampy. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Curveball, wave and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Adrian Santiago.
Center fielder with the Nick Powell.
Santiago keeping Rockford in this game against a dangerous Traverse City team who gets guys on base and gets them over unlike any other team, really. Now the batter is Nick Powell, who is 1 for 2. So in the 8th inning in last night's game, Andrew Morrow singled to right field. Then 2 batters later, Ryan Hampy brought him in from second base after he advanced on a putout. Here's the first pitch to Powell. Fastball line up the middle, a base hit. It rolls to Butler in center field, and a base hit for Nick Powell with 1 out here in the 8th. The 5th hit for Traverse City, the 2nd of the game for Powell. The center fielder Powell from Ball State. He's the first player in this series with multiple hits in the game for Traverse City. Spitters had 7 hits yesterday from 7 different players. In fact, the last 2 games, they've had 7 hits from 7 different players. Last night and then 2 nights ago against Kalamazoo. So a multi-hit game for the first time this series. Here's Christian Faust. First pitch from Santiago. Quick pitch is a breaking ball outside. 1-0. Christian Faust, the third baseman, has walked, struck out, and flied out. Also scored a run. He's 0 for 2. Righty on righty, 1 on, 1 out. Bottom 8, a 4-4 tie. Here's the pitch. That ball gets away from Minzy to the left side, a breaking ball, and moving to second base, Nick Powell. And deja vu maybe setting in here for Rockford. A 4-4 game in the 8th. And Traverse City has the go-ahead run 2 bags away. Bottom of the order, though, Christian Faust in the 8th spot and Riley Bertram on deck in the 9 hole. Both can certainly produce. Faust bats .252 this season, and he's got 16 RBIs. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball is grounded slowly to third base, picked up by Joseph, looks off his man at second, throws to first. Eye throw! Gets away from the first baseman man. Around third base comes Nick Powell. He's being waved home. Throw comes from Vanderwall to third base as the run comes home. Attack put on, not in time by Durbin at third, and Traverse City takes the lead. An error on Tom Joseph from third base, and the Spitters once again take a 5-4 lead in the 8th. Deja vu indeed. Nick Powell comes home to score, and Faust goes to third base. Unbelievable. An E5 as Tom Joseph looked off his man. Powell held him back at second base, then airmailed a ball to the big first baseman, Aaron Mann. And it's 5-4 Spitters in the 8th. Batter is Riley Bertram, 0 for 2 with a walk. It's an E5 on the play. The run is earned, though, on Santiago. That's just what you can't have happen. First pitch to Bertram. Squares the bunt. Suicide squeezes on. Pitch comes home. Not in time. Throw over to first by Jostin is in time to get him. Joseph didn't even pitch it home as Faust comes home on a squeeze. The suicide squeeze was on from Traverse City, and they take a 2-run lead. Bertram retired. How about that for the Spitters? They get some insurance off a suicide squeeze. 6-4 in the 8th. With 2 out, and the batter is Hudson Bajorek. Joseph had no play for a flip at home. Rockford was not ready for that, I'm sure. First pitch to Bajorek. Curveball for ball 1 inside corner. So Rockford again loses the lead in the 8th inning of the game, or loses the tie at least. It's 5-4 Spitters. Now 6-4, in the 8th inning. Bajorek on the day has walked twice. He's 0 for 2. 0-1 pitch in for a strike in the lower half, 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Rockford down by 2. In the 9th inning, they'll have 8-9-1. Minzy, Rosengard, and Durbin. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball's outside, 1-2. So Santiago in line for the loss, allowing 2 unearned runs. Scoreboard has now been corrected. So he allows 200 runs in the 5th inning of work as a relief pitcher, and he'll get the loss if he holds on like this. 1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2, blocked by Minzy. Unreal. Rockford just finding ways to give up games here in Traverse City. They played the Spitters so close this series. And really close over the last 4 games, just not on the scoreboard. 2-2 now on Byork. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, grounded third base line and out of and foul. Still 2-2. Hats off though to Santiago. Win or loss, whatever his decision is. 4 2/3, 66 pitches in relief, allowing just 200 runs. Really, it wasn't your fault at all, Santiago. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Byork takes inside corner. That's strike 3, call a curveball. Byork talking with the home plate umpire. Strikeout number 8 for Santiago. 5 innings of just 200 runs for Adrian Santiago. But the Spitters take a 6-4 lead in the 8th inning. We go to the 9th in Traverse City, Michigan. Six to 4, Traverse City. We are in the 9th. Spitters with a 2-run 8th inning. 200 runs off Adrian Santiago. And now Wilbur Konek comes in to pitch the 9th for the save opportunity here for Traverse City. Has no saves this season. ERA of 6.05 and a record of 1-1 this year. Last time he played Rockford was back on July 20th at Rockford. Allowed 4 runs in 1 inning in relief. That was when Rockford made it 11-6 from 11-2, so not saying much. Last 2 appearances, he's allowed no runs. Facing Mason Minzy, the lefty Burakonek, the righty Minzy, and the first pitch on the lefty. Fastball is outside, ball 1. So it was a 6'8", 240-pound lefty who closed out the game against Rockford, Luke Little. Now Burakonek is 6'8", 240, lefty. Looking to close out this game here in game 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ball hit back to him, rolls to shortstop Bertram, throws on to first, sidearm, and retires him. 1 away. Here in the 9th inning.
Rockford's left fielder, Ben Rosengard.
In line for the loss would be Adrian Santiago. 5 innings of 200 runs. Over that time, he allowed just 2 hits, struck out 8, and walked 1. What a performance in relief for him. Now, Ren Rosengard, first pitch is a fastball high and outside, 1-0. Fastball at 83 from Burakonek. The big lefty from Indiana State, native of Farmington Hills, Michigan, the junior. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rosengard. Up high, 2-2. As Burakonek actually started the game against Rockford back on June 17th here. Took a loss in that game, allowed 5 runs in 4 1/3 innings. He's given up 9 earned runs against Rockford this season, 6 against any other team. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Fastball is just inside 3-0. Caleb Durbin waits on deck. Nobody on, one out. 6-4 Traverse City, top of the ninth. Rockford looking to get back in this game off the designated closer. 3-0 pitch. Up high, ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Rosengard. So Rosengard on base for the second time today. His first walk. And for Rockford, that's their sixth walk of the game. Now the batter is Caleb Durbin. Rosengard, the fourth pitcher used for Traverse City. Rockford's used 3. Caleb Durbin on the day has singled and walked. 1 for 3 on the day. Singled his last time up against Kevin Hahn. Here's the first pitch. Squares to bunt, then lays off. Pitch gets away from the catcher, Hampy. Can't find the baseball. Rolls up the first base line. Didn't even clear the batter's circle, but Hampy thought it was behind him. But it ricocheted maybe off the home plate umpire and up the first base line. And taking second baseman Rosengard. So just like that, a run for Rosengard moves 2 bags away, or a meaningless run really, with Durbin the one that matters, a tying run. The leadoff spot here in the 9th inning. Rosengard's 5th time at the plate. 1-0 the pitch. Fastball is high, ball 2 from Berberian. 8 pitches from Berberian, 7 balls, and you can hear the fans not liking that call. A ball just a touch high, called by umpire Ken Garner. 2 balls and no strikes now. Berberian sets at the belt. Pitch to Durbin. Fastball down the middle. There's a strike call and a Bronx cheer. 2-1. Not often a 2-0 pitch earns a reaction like that for the crowd. Here's the 2-1 to Durbin. Pitch. Fastball, strike 2 inside corner, and more cheers come. 2-2 now with Johnny Butler on deck, and Butler is 0 for 3 with a sac bunt. Durbin with a runner, Rosengard off second base, up at the tying run with 1 out. 2-2 the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, drop third strike, gets away from the catcher, throws on to first as Hampy, it's in time as Rosengard takes third base, and there's 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Will Berberian, looking for save number 1 on the day. Kevin Hahn would be in line for the win. Berberian in appearance number 13 this season, looking for his first save of 2019. It's up to Johnny Butler. Butler, who homered against Kokomo earlier on the road trip, is 0 for 3 with a sac bunt today. First pitch from Berberian. Up high with a fastball, there's ball 1. This crowd, attendance has not been reported yet, but I'd imagine it's in excess of 1,800, I'd say. 1-0 pitch. Fastball is a strike call, low and inside, 1-1. On Johnny Butler, the center fielder from NC State. Lefty on lefty, the Brats close the game. Jake Vanderwall waits on deck. Vanderwall, who made the final out yesterday. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball just to the outside, 2-1. And that gets the crowd on the opposite side of Ken Garner's following. 2 balls and a strike on Butler. Berberian set, working quickly. Here's the pitch. Fastball back at him to second base. Nice stop at short. The turn by Bertram. Throw on to first is in time to get him. What an offensive play by Riley Bertram behind second base on the grass. A 360 spin and a looping throw gets his man Butler by half a step to retire the side and win the ball game. Will Berberian gets the save for Traverse City. Again, a late inning run for the Pit Spitters. 2 runs in the 8th, and they win it 6-4 and sweep the Rockford Rivets here in Traverse City, Michigan. What a defensive play by Riley Bertram, the freshman from Michigan, who's been a stud at shortstop this season for the Pit Spitters, to retire Johnny Butler on a ball that for sure was going to get through, you'd think, against most other shortstops. He played in the College World Series for a reason, folks. In the 9th inning, Rockford no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Will Berberian gets the save. Kevin Hahn gets the win for Traverse City. And Adrian Santiago, despite 5 innings, allowing just 2 unearned runs, takes the loss for the Rockford Rivets. It was another thriller of a game here in Traverse City, Michigan. Final score, 6-4. Spitters beat the Rockford Rivets and improved to 26-6 at home and improved to 43-17 on the year, 20-4 in the second half of play, the Traverse City Pit Spitters. Another quick one here in Traverse City. Final game time 2:38 Yesterday's game went 239. Would you believe it? Rockford 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Spitters 6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Again at 2 hours, 38 minutes here in Traverse City, Michigan. Another win for the Pit Spitters at Pit Spitters Park as the Rivets go back to Rockford after an off day tomorrow. They've got 2 against Battle Creek. First up Tuesday against the Bombers at 6:35 Central Time at Rivets Stadium. So the final score here in Traverse City, Spitters 6, Rivets 4. Larry and I have the call coming up on Tuesday on television against Battle Creek. Until then, I will talk to you from Rivets Stadium in 2 days. Enjoy your night. Final score 6-4, Spitters.